This is Mika Toukola, and you are watching Let's Replay Chip Challenge. This is level 36, Ladder. And as you can see, I've changed up the graphics a little bit, and I switched to Tile World 2, and this should be a little bit more conventional, I think, instead of those silly graphics I've been using. Now this level is notable for being first of 4 levels that have a quicker solution in Lynx than in S. And this is of course due to the trap sliding you are witnessing. That Chip is sliding past the traps at twice the speed as normally. And since the level does not have anything else that affects the timing really of the route, it's the same path practically that Chip takes, except that it's a little quicker here. And I think there's like maybe at least one more level where a new record could be set that's quicker than MS, and I'm thinking of BlobNet, because you can pause the game and see where the blobs are. The timing on the dodging is a little different, and if someone really wanted to and spent the effort and was really lucky, I think someone could score 437 on BlobNet, but that's like that's pretty far-fetched. So anything in the 430s is pretty impressive, and like in a mathematically absolute sense, there are still some levels there that are not maxed out in Lynx. Now we're seeing stars. I want to use this level to take another crack at trying to explain what a transferred route is. Now the term comes from comparing a solution in MS and Lynx. Onward! Now we're seeing stars. I want to use this level to take another crack at trying to explain what a transferred route is. Now the term comes from comparing a solution in MS and Lynx, and particularly the timing of using the same solution. So if you have the exact same solution and like Chip does all the same things and the time is exactly the same, you have a transferred route. Now sometimes there's a little bit of timing differences, like that splash right there, but still it's considered a transferred route. Well, technically I think there's like 2 types of transferred routes, type 1 and type 2, where the type 1 actually scores the same score except for a 0.2 seconds because of a clock difference mainly, and the type 2 is where the path is the same but the time remaining on the clock is a little different, maybe due to boosting or something like this. This level, however, is marked as adapted on the scoreboard, and what that means, in addition to just taking the MS route and playing it in Lynx, I need to find some little tricks that add a little bit of like save you just a little bit of time. Now right there was one of them, was where I left some dirt right there, and then I come back to it at another time, and this saved me time instead of I have to wait for the splash delay. Now I'm pretty sure that anyone who like had Lynx been the mode everyone played back when these levels were made, these transferred and adapted scores would have been scored by the people who found these routes. And so the transferred and adapted markings on the high score board practically try to evoke the credit back to the people who did the NMS. And adapted just means there's a little bit more work in translating the route. Like you have these block slaps here on this level. There's one, and there's 3 of them all together, and that actually makes it adapted and not transferred. The avoiding the splash delay stuff could still be considered transferred, because once you take this route and do it back in MS, you still score the same record. It's like the public solution that's available for this level even though doing that exact same thing won't score this same score in Lynx as what's portrayed here. Um, uh, well, it's a little bit of semantics. Don't worry about it. Ask me in a chat or something if you really care about it. Yeah. Yeah. There's a couple of places here where you could still save a little time over what's being shown here, but it's only a move or two. Like my execution wasn't perfect and stuff, but there's only like 5 moves left. Ah! Well, as you can see, you couldn't, even if you had two, if you have 2 moves somewhere, you wouldn't be able to score a new record of 585. So I'm pretty sure this is the maximum on this level. At least if you just take a MS route and don't change it too much. On to the next level. Okay, sampler. This is a very basic um, item swapper, and I can't believe I'm comparing MS and Lynx times again because it's boring for you guys to listen to. But the records here are 10 seconds apart, and I did some math, and you go through the teleport like 35 times, and of course you still have to take into account how many boosts you get. Go through the teleport 4 times or just once. There's a different amount of time you save compared to Lynx, and you save exactly 11 seconds. But you still have to take into account how many boosts you get. Go through the teleport 4 times or just once. There's a different amount of time you save compared to Lynx, and you save exactly 11 seconds. But the records are by 10 seconds because you have to dodge that glider right there, and you don't in Lynx. So the 10 seconds it is, even though without mods on the level, MS could be 1 second faster, and Lynx couldn't. Next level. Wait, what did I just do? Oh, this is an added benefit of switching over to Tile World 2, having the graphics, and also get these dispatches from Linda for level 39 Glut. Dear Chip, if only we lived in a more perfect world. The bad news is I posted 12 terrible monsters, blah, 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 blah. Hopefully yours, Linda. Now, what's interesting to me about this level is, first of all, as you can see from this map, there aren't 12 monsters, creatures. There's 4 times that many. That's like, by my math, that's 48 monsters. Now, what's interesting to me about this level is, first of all, as you can see from this map, there aren't 12 monsters, creatures. There's 4 times that many. That's like, by my math, that's 48 monsters. See? 48. Anyway, so maybe someone else let these 36 other creatures in here, and Melinda only let a fourth of them? I don't know. But there's like 17 exits on the level, and any one of them is reachable. And how many? Let's see how many whatchamacallit chips are there on this level. There's 29 recorded, but 878 are reachable, and you can't reach all of them. Let's try. And I think all the exits are reachable, but of course there's only 20 seconds, so on any one run you can only get like 100. No, there's a socket and wrong step. Well, anyway, that just proved that you have time to go to the opposite corner and pick up any of the chips, and then go to the exit. Let's see if I can. I think you're supposed to play odd step. Go. There we go. You scored 17 again. It's not a difficult route. What is remarkable about it is any route involving teeth monsters that works in MS basically works in Lynx, and that's exactly what I did, and that's been done in MS. And I was able to exit using one of these exits here that weren't supposed to be usable, I suspect, by the designer. I'm not sure, of course. Maybe it was like a secret secret way to solve the level, but it's pretty cool, and not much more to say about that. Floorgasborg, Floorgasborg, whatever. I think it's like a swamp monster of some type. And here we go over here and secret roll. And you need the flippers because you can't boost backwards into the exit. And there you go. The ice slide that I did right there, it's not needed. It's just takes the same amount of time as if you just went straight west and left. But I did that for fun. Yeah. Next level. Chip reads the clues so he won't lose. Okay, I see you. Now, I remember this level from like when I played this game in the 90s when I was like a little baby. And maybe some of you are still babies, so you remember this level also. Anyway, I like the hint. It's really special. Like there aren't that many levels with a hint like this. You just remember the hint and you go through the level using the hint, and you never get stuck. Um, and that's it, I think. But the amazing thing for me is, like 20 years later almost, even if I hadn't been playing this game for the past 5 years, I'd probably like this is one of the levels that really sticks to my mind, and it's because of the hint and how you can solve this on your first try, even though that seems like there's a little bit of guesswork. What gets me now about the level is I wish there was like some kind of a trick you could do to save a little bit of time. Maybe with the blocks you could have something else going on here or something, but it doesn't matter. But it's just it's a pretty nice level, I think. I wonder if CCLP will have anything straightforward like this, a little bit of jing, just get you a teleport section. I don't know. Hopefully. Next level. Beware of bug. Now, there are a lot of monsters on this level, and of course, maybe this implies that you're supposed to be. The title implies that you're supposed to be aware of all the monsters or just the bugs, because these spider things, they're often referred to as bugs, but who cares? It's just beware of bug. I always took it as meaning all the monsters and not just the ones that we usually refer to as bugs, whereas the other ones have other names as well. And a notable thing about this level is if you play in Tile World Pedantic mode in Lynx, it's not solvable. This glider right here, when it gets to the water tile, it'll go past the water tile and into the nether beyond and crash the whole game. Because you're not supposed to allow monsters, chip, or blocks or anything to get off map. And that usually levels in this original set have walls around the edges, but not so here exactly. So it just tells you that the pedantic mode is not implemented exactly correct into Tile World, because obviously the original game it had solvable. You couldn't just have like a level in the middle of like in the 40s that was not solvable. So I mean, sure, it must have screwed up something on the level, or if perhaps if Chip stepped off the map, something weird would happen. But I don't think that's possible on any of. No, wait, there's that one level. Anyway, the level is over. On to the next topic. Beware of Bug by Chuck Summerall and Gang. Lock block. Now, let's pay a little bit of attention to this route. Okay, so you can't save any time here. There's something a little different on this level than in the MS one. Redundant, block stuff for the win. Here we go. A little bit of splash delay there, so it's going to be a shorter time than in MS. I think in MS you can. It helps to go use the force floors there, but in Lynx it doesn't. I'm not sure. And we had another block slap, and there we just missed the pink ball. And one of the interesting things for me personally, this level, is that when I was working through these levels, I thought the best time obtainable would be 116. And what happened when we released the scoreboards, it was out 118 is possible. So I'm not perfect. I'm sorry. Maybe I just didn't want to appear perfect, but whatever the reason, the current record is 118, and it's one of the first levels I think with an adapted score that's lower than the actual score. Refraction. Oh, the joy. This is I guess the concept for this level is pretty straightforward. You have toggle wall and tanks, and then a few pink balls to dodge, and you need to go press buttons to be able to get all the chips. Yeah, cool. But I always found this level frustrating because there's some waiting and it's a little monotonous and stuff. But not much more to say about that, except for the next 2 minutes we're going to be watching chip press buttons and collecting chips and dodging pink balls. The difference on the Lynx and MS comes from, I think, the two pink balls in the middle section. They collide with each other differently, and the timing is different. You have to wait for them at some point, and something like that. Who knows? The difference in the times is like, let's see, it's 146 and 140 for the Lynx. So there is 6 seconds you have to do for extra. See, that was a pretty long wait. I don't remember on the MS best solution what the waits are, but obviously this path is very much highlighted by the and inspired by the MS solution. Like, even if you just put how the buttons are pressed. Oh, whoa, that was a close one. Obviously go into one section, you get half the chips, then you go into the other section, you press the blue button, and then do those 2 sections again. So you don't end up pressing the blue button like extra time. But yeah, 40 seconds left. And, I think I'm going to end this video with this longer level here, and next time we're going to go... Oh, it's Monster Lab. That's a really fun level to talk about with Lynx and stuff, busted stuff. So until next time, thank you for watching. This is Mika Tokola. It's been so much fun watching videos and making them and watching these replays. And that's all I have for you today. And have fun. There we go. Okay, how do I turn this stupid thing?